Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Criminals of Isla Numus. With me today, we have Dave, who is playing Caw. Just kidding. It's
Maki, the Kenku Shadow Sorcerer.
Maki, the Kenku Shadow Sorcerer. Next to him, a little bit further down the table, we've got Cameron, who is playing
Rorick. Hello, I'm Rorick. Hi.
Rorick the Goblin, or currently the Goblin. And then next to him, we have Nibbles the Clown.
Who is...
Did you want to do that again?
Oh, no.
Oh, stop it.
Stop, Nibbles.
Nibbles.
How'd you get the name, Nibbles? Did you say nipples?
Nipples. We got Nibbles the Clown. That sounds like Johnny. It's a Johnny character. In fact, Johnny Upper telling to us over.
I've got 2 piercings, and I bet you never guess where they are. I'm Nipples the Clown.
It's a great character idea. I'm gonna make that and send it to him. Anyway, additionally, we have with us at the table, believe it or not, folks, Fatty Lumpkins himself, who is playing
Fatty here, playing Keto the Kobold.
Keto the Kobold. Jackson is not with us today. He normally plays Dez, the Kenku Ranger, but he is not with us today, unfortunately. He is out sick. That's okay. I told him I don't think anything crazy is going to happen with his character this time, but I can guarantee something crazy is going to happen with our final character at this table, which is Quinn playing Lil Sauce. I don't think we can.
I don't think I did a good enough impression. I don't think I did a good enough impression right now. Y'all ready for this?
Okay, so where last we left off, we got through the court trial of Lil Sauce. Honestly,
all mistrial.
It was, to almost an extreme extent, it was basically a mistrial. With that being said, you guys definitely did an impressive job throwing the lawyer off of his game. Apparently, he was not one of the finer lawyers in the city because he was not able to handle the awkwardness of having lost some of his key witnesses and et cetera, et cetera. Nevertheless, unfortunately, the judge did pass a little bit of judgment on a, what was it?
Trespassing and theft. Yeah, I got 3 days of probation.
It was theft with a weapon. It was
Armed robbery?
Armed robbery. There we go. Unfortunately, he did get you on an armed robbery charge and trespassing. So you were announced to get 7 years in prison and 3 days of community service.
Oh, community service.
All right. You decided that 7 years was far too long and decided to instead use your right to enact the 28th Amendment, which turned out to be punishment by combat.
No, trial.
Well, he already did the trial, technically. So it'd just be the punishment is dealt out through combat.
Oh.
Technically. With that being said, you are currently, at this very moment, being hauled over to the Coliseums, which you're aware of. I don't think anybody else is necessarily aware of. You probably saw them, or the Coliseum, from a distance. It's a pretty big structure. And yes, it looks exactly, for those that are like, oh, I'd like a mental picture, it looks exactly like the Roman Coliseum. Yes, it's circular, and it has sort of these windowed sections. If you're looking at it from the outside, is very tall. But on the inside of it is a incredibly impressive fighting arena. And as Lil Sauce would know, this arena is magically capable of putting out a series of different interesting terrains. These battles that have been held at this Coliseum are incredibly diverse, not only in the participants of the Coliseum fights, but also in what the Coliseum can essentially become for those that are fighting within it. So basically, they're bringing Lil Sauce through the streets. You guys are kind of tagging along. There's a lot of people that are right outside of the courthouse, reporters from all these different, media networks, whether it be magically broadcasted or a traditional newspaper. There's people that are in some way, shape, or form related to the case, more than likely on the side of the Pendleton estate. And there are also just general bystanders who have nothing better to do with their day than to go see what happened to the alleged murderer, who ended up not being charged with murder, although you did get charged with some things. Anyway, so all these people are standing outside. Some are booing at you. Some are cheering for your release. Some people are completely indifferent and just there to see what happens. And amidst the crowd, Lil Sauce, you do recognize one particular figure who seems to be waving and trying to get your attention. And it is the chief from Blank Space. And he's kind of pushing his way through the crowd to get up close to the front. You've got reporters in your face that are sticking these sort of like magical wand-like sticks up to you that have recording capabilities. These are all things that you're aware of. They're trying to ask you questions. Sir, did you successfully get away with murdering an individual today?
No.
No, you didn't get away with it?
Yes.
Yes, you did it?
No.
Sir, how many of the 5 murder charges were you successfully able to commit and therefore get away with today?
No.
Questions like this are obviously flooding in. You're confused until eventually the chief manages to push his way to the front and he says, A feather! I've got to talk to you, Feather. It's important. I know you're in a bit of a situation right now, but I need to speak with you at your earliest convenience.
Well, here it is right now. It's the earliest.
No, I can't tell you in front of all of these people. I need you to come to my office as quickly as possible.
I'm probably going to die, so...
You'll be fine. I'm sure you'll be fine.
I really want out of this life.
He takes pause at this one. What?
I just want out of this life. I've got a new life.
What life? What are you talking about, Feather?
I've just got a new path on life, and after this is over, if I survive, I just want out. I just want out.
Look, Feather, I don't know how else to say this, but this is way bigger than anything. In fact, it might affect this entire world. I need to speak with you. Look, everything is connected. That's all I can say, is that everything is connected. So just promise me, when you make it out of this fight, just stop by my office. Just for a quick chat.
Do something to help me in this fight, and I'll come stop by.
All right, I can do that.
Okay, deal.
All right. And you get hauled off to the Coliseum and thrown into kind of just this little like waiting room as they kind of get everything all prepared to do the fight. The rest of you guys follow along with this whole procession. And eventually you guys also arrive to the Coliseum, but you guys are at the entrance, the typical entrance. And there's a handful of like the crowd itself, a handful of other people that are all going inside. There's a couple of guards that kind of run little ticket booths on either side of the entrance. And, you know, people are having to pay to get inside. And you guys kind of approach those booths. And one of the guards says,
All right, how many we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. It's 3 gold apiece.
I think we're exempt. We are part of the defense team.
Well, I'm sorry, sir, but the only people that get in here that don't have passes are either people that work for the Coliseum or reporters who have press badges. So, I mean, unless you got a badge for working here or a press badge, I can't let you through for free.
I will reach into my scales and pull out 3 gold pieces.
Oh, where have these gold pieces been? Where are you pulling them out of there, bud? Oh, well, money's money. All right, what about the rest of you guys? You can go on in, sir.
No, I just had my press badge. I'm with KGB, and oh, there it is. And I go back about 30 paces down the street, and I bend down and I cast prestidigitation.
Okay.
And, well, actually, I should have probably looked what press badges looks like. It just says press.
all right, you approach him with that. And
And I also I don't know how prestidigitation works.
Isn't it a small trinket or something like that?
Oh, you create a non-magical trinket or illusory image. Yeah. So check out.
Okay.
So here we go. Here's my press badge, and I just kind of flash it to him. And
Yeah, roll a deception check.
10.
That's he rolled ridiculously low. So yeah, you flash him the badge. He goes, "Okay, go ahead, sir." And he kind of just brushes you along. He doesn't seem like super attentive to stuff like this. Like he could care less. He just needs to get the people that don't have any potential option to like flash a badge, and he's going to charge them.
Oh, and I say he should have. He has all my equipment. Those two do. I point to Dex and Rorick.
I wave and then pat my pouch.
Okay. Roll a persuasion check to persuade him that they're with you.
23.
Holy yeah. Okay.
He goes, okay, yep, hurry along. Just got to get this line moving. They're going to start the fight here pretty quick. So,
All right, let's get in there, boys. We gotta set up.
All right, and you guys head on in. It is a very crowded space. There are a lot of people that were already here at this Coliseum. People that this is pretty much just their life. They go to the Coliseum, they watch people fight things, sometimes die, sometimes they cause other things to die. That's just what they do. So it's a pretty crowded place full of people that were already here for other events. You assume you must be able to buy some kind of a pass or something like that where you can stay for like the full day. Whatever the case, you guys came here just for this event. And there's all kinds of stuff going on here. You've got people running concessions. You've got people. What else goes on at like a big stave? Oh, there'd be people selling. I don't know. There's all kinds of stuff.
There's usually like merchandise.
Yeah.
There's the guys yelling, "Get your hot dogs!"
And there's
Your
guys,
pork pies.
and there's the guys yelling, "Get your ass out of here!"
Security.
Oh no, that's just some weird dude.
Oh,
He's only got like 4 teeth, and he's like, "Get your ass out of here! If I don't bite you, I hate goblins."
Oh, a racist. Yep. Every sporting event has one of those.
Every sporting event's got racists.
I mean, statistically speaking, I mean, there's that many people in there. There's going to be someone a little bit racist.
There's got to be at least one. So there's all kinds of stuff going on in here. It's a crazy place. You've got people that are selling concessions. You've got, everything from food and drink. And then you've got people selling merchandise. There's all kinds of shirts and jerseys and hats and gloves and everything else. Things you can wear. Giant fingers or giant hands with fingers sticking up that say number 1. There are betting. There's a whole bunch of betting going on. So there's booths that you can go to say, I want to put bets on this person or whatever they're fighting or whatever the case. So there's a lot going on here. There's people crowding in lines, getting ready for whatever element of this event is going to happen. But otherwise, the seating itself is pretty free seating. You can kind of go sit wherever as long as there's a free spot. There's no tickets or anything like that.
And are there any seats near the front row?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I want to go sit in the front row.
Do we have our weapons, or have those been confiscated at the door?
I would say you have them.
It's commonplace for them to allow said contraband.
Maki would like to go check out the betting.
Oh, yeah. So you go over there, and there's a guy there, and he's like, all right, place your bets. You got, what do we got today? We've got a criminal. He's an alleged murderer, not currently proven as such, but he was busted for aggravated assault and theft. And he's going up against the mystery enemy. So you can place your bets on one or the other.
What are the odds?
2 to 1. I don't know what that means.
1,000 gold on the bird. Assuming the mystery monster is not also a bird. Just to clarify.
Oh, you're talking about the Kenku. You want 1,000 gold on the Kenku? I can do 1,000. All right. And he reaches out for your bet.
I give him 1,000 gold.
All right, I'll put that in here, and here's your ticket, sir. And he hands you a ticket, and he stamps it. He has like a little stamp thing that he like twirls the numbers on, and he stamps it. So it says 1,000 gold, 2 to 1 odds for the Kenku. So you've got that ticket. all right, don't lose that ticket, because if you win, you're going to want to come back with that.
Skylar knows 2-to-1 odds are like a coin flip. So if the betting thinks it's a 50-50 matchup, like they're basically the same,
Right.
it's 2-to-1. But if one side's stronger than the other, then they up the odds.
Right, I understand that. So in this case, if he wins, Dave gets
Double. Yeah.
2K. Yeah.
Well, he
I wanted to
gets
keep it
1,000.
easy. Right. He
So
get
you
up
walk away
on
with
top of his
2,000,
own
yeah.
1,000. Yeah.
I'm just saying, betting odds go up if they're less likely to win.
Yeah, it's pretty even.
But if it's even, then it'd be 2-to-1 odds for both people.
Yeah. The element of mystery in the monster or whatever it is that he's going to have to fight is kind of plays into this, where why would I vote if I don't really, or why would I put
So it's either you can put it on this guy or 2-to-1 odds on the mystery.
right?
Okay.
Yeah, the house doesn't even know what the mystery monster is.
This guy doesn't.
Cool.
They have to know. They choose the monster based on where the more money lies. So if more money lies in the monster, then they'll have the monster be pretty weak. But if more money lies in the contender, then they'll have the monster become some like megalodon coming out.
Make sure he doesn't win.
Yeah.
Well, you like to think that this is a pretty fair. We'll see.
They probably just pre-selected.
So I want to make a perception check. See what kind of stamp he stamped this with.
Okay.
Sure, take it.
Oh, cute. Okay.
Is there just what like does he have a stamp on his purse?
Okay. Yeah. Roll the perception check. 19. All right. So with one hand, he's accepting money, and with the other hand, he is holding that stamp. And you never see those two things cross over. He takes the money, he grabs a blank ticket, he stamps it or he adjusts the stamp with the free hand, and then stamps the ticket and hands the ticket over. So that stamp has not left his hand as you watch.
Can I look? I want to look at, kind of linger around, listen to some other people placing bets.
Sure.
Like try to determine if this ink is special at all or.
Okay. You hang around, and most of what you hear, you don't hear anything about the ink. I don't think anybody's talking about the ink, but you definitely hear some individuals talking about the fight, and they're like, "Oh man, I don't know. What do you think? What should I put my money on, man? Because I've only got a little bit from work. I just got paid today, and I really got to make this happen. You know, I got to increase this money." And the other guy's like,
Look, man, I don't know about you, but if it was me, I almost always bet on the mystery enemy. You know, this guy's a criminal. He's alleged for murder. They didn't get him on it, but he's alleged for murder. And that means society's going to want to get rid of him, right? And we all know the government's working with the Coliseum. That's not a conspiracy. That's like literally how this works, right? And the guy's like, yeah, I guess that is how it works. Yeah, okay, so that means they want to get rid of this guy. He's a hazard. And so they're going to put him up against something he can't handle. So you always bet mystery. Oh, I don't know, man. I bet mystery that one time, and the guy was able to kill it. And he's like, well, okay, that was an anomaly of nature. Okay, that guy was a psychopath. And the fact that they let him out. Also, he was a member of the Beasts. We knew this. That guy was crazy, and he was jacked. So, I mean, yeah, that was your loss. He's like, well, you also put money on him. Oh, yeah, I know. That was my loss, too. We both lost that day. But whatever the case, this guy, I saw him as he was coming out of the courtroom. I was in the crowd. Didn't look like the kind of guy that's going to be able to defeat this thing. So, whatever it is.
All right, I'll go bet on the mystery enemy, but if I lose, man, you owe me dinner.
Yeah, okay, whatever. And they go over and they start placing their bets. All right, you guys all
Find a seat.
find seats. Yeah, you all get seats up in the front row, and you look around, you notice that not a lot of people are sitting in the front rows, but there's a handful here and there. So you guys are definitely able to get a pretty good seat close to the action. So as you guys are sitting there, there's an individual that's going around, and he's got a handful of snacks on him, but he also has a whole bunch of little pamphlets, and he starts handing them out to each of you. And each of these papers is a sort of menu from the Coliseum. So it highlights a variety of different things that you can buy. On the front, it says, "We appreciate your patronage to the Coliseum today. In case this is your first time, here's a description of how our menu works. Below you will see a variety of weapons, armor, spells, potions, and other products available for purchase for your preferred battler, whether that be one of our courageous fighters or even one of the monsters they're taking on. The Coliseum loves to keep their fights exciting and interesting, so we greatly encourage you to feel free to order from our menu as much as you desire." And on this menu, you will see a very wide list of weapons that you could purchase for, I mean, technically for Lil Sauce, or you could purchase them for whoever or whatever it is that he's fighting. There are a variety of different armors. There are spell scrolls of every level, so you would just pick a spell that you would want to purchase a scroll for. There are potions and oils of all different kinds. And then at the bottom of the second page, there are what are called additional challenges. So during the battle, this is what it reads on the additional challenges. During the battle, you may feel the urge to add an additional combatant to the skirmish to make the battle more interesting. Below is a chart of the various options you have to increase the challenge on today's fighter. Additional challenge creatures are based on the availability of what the Coliseum has available at the moment. Purchasers may make the choice based on what we have available within the difficulty class. By default, these creatures, this is a little bit meta, just to put that out there for you guys, but by default, these creatures fall under the beast category. Creatures with an intelligence of 8+ are not allowed. And then further down, you will see additional talent challenges type variations. So if you want to go with creatures that are not beasts, there's an upcharge because they're a little bit more difficult to procure. And then finally, at the very end of it all, you have the snack menu. Snacks and meals, various snacks, meals, and beverages that you can purchase for yourself today at the Coliseum while enjoying the battle at hand. So, that's everything that you guys need to know as the spectators. But whatever the case, a man, or rather a large hulking orc, goes out to sort of a floating platform above the center of the Coliseum that kind of floats out there, and he says,
"All right, ladies and gentlemen, who's ready for a fight?"
And you hear everybody start cheering and running to their seats if they're not in them already, taking their seats and excitedly, munching away at whatever snacks or gulping away at whatever beverages it is that they purchased.
All right, first of all, you know how all this works. We're gonna determine the terrain of today's battle.
And a giant, almost like basically what almost looks like a giant slot machine kind of lifts up into the air. And on one side, you can see what looks like a moon with some clouds. And then just under that, you can just barely see what looks like a sun kind of poking out. And then above that, you can see what looks like a snowflake. And then the sort of slot section next to it, the spinning section next to it, you can see what looks like a desert oasis, a little cartoon style. Above that, you can see kind of mountains. And then below that, you can see a under the ocean with some like kelp and fish swimming around. And he reaches over and he pulls this giant lever, and the two slots start to spin at the same time until the first one comes to a stop, and it just shows a big picture of a sun, like a cartoon sun, S-U-N. And then on the right side, it spins and it spins and it spins until it stops on the little desert oasis picture. And he says,
"All right, everybody, get your sunscreen out because it's going to be a hot battle today. Looks like we're going to be battling in the hot sun in a desert environment."
And, some people start to cheer, some people start to boo, 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 because they're not happy about this situation, including Rorick. But whatever the case, you see the terrain on the ground start to shift and move as the magic that is inside of it starts to change the environment until you all kind of feel this rush of heat, hot wind kind of come across you as the ground starts to transform into hilly sections of sandy area, and the whole Coliseum starts to get very bright with sunlight as the Coliseum is now transferred into a hot desert climate.
Alright, everybody, now that the terrain has been revealed, let's see our first challenger!
Lil Sauce, from inside your little holding cell, the gate suddenly opens and you can see before you the Coliseum ahead and the very tall sandy dunes. Thank you. Yes, you see the sandy dunes ahead of you.
Do I get pyro?
You get what?
Pyro. My entrance.
Oh, yeah. Do your entrance. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I
get pyro though. Like
you want me to say?
no, I'm asking if I get pyrotechnics.
Oh,
what's your walk-up song?
Yeah,
I don't know. See what happens when you walk out.
I just walk out. I need to know.
You come stepping out, and he says,
Our challenger for today is...
there's just like a dude with a giant drum off to one side of the Coliseum. He's just slamming on it, and it goes,
Lil Sauce!
And I just look up at the crowd and go, I spread my wings and
do a performance check. See if you can get the crowd going.
I hope you get tomato thrown at you.
That's what I should have put on here, is just purchasable tomatoes that you can throw out.
13.
13.
On the beverage menu, there is no description.
Oh, yeah.
How do I know what is alcohol?
I'll let you come up with the description. Bam, look what you did. You gave yourself more responsibility. Ha, ha, ha. You rolled a 13. Yeah, there's a pretty, like a little bit more than half is kind of excited to see you go out there. You get their attention. They're like, all right, this guy seems pretty cool. They're giving you some applause. So yeah, you get a pretty nice round of applause as you enter the stadium.
And folks, give me a standing applause for Lil Sauce's opponent today for his crimes of assault and trespassing. In order to fulfill that punishment, he is going to have to face the beast known as...
And as he's saying this, the chains, you can hear the chains clinking.
I'm sitting there yawning.
Oh, yeah. You can hear the chains clinking as the gate across from you is pulled up. You hear a loud, as if something kind of exhaled outwards. The gate starts to rise. The ground starts to shake as two massive legs step out from amidst the gate, and a head pops out covered in scales as the announcer shouts out,
The Allosaurus!
and all the people start to cheer and scream. Do you know what an Allosaurus is?
No idea.
It's like a slightly smaller T-Rex.
Keto has this strange sensation.
Oh, so
I've been one of those in a past life.
In a past life. I mean, you remember from outside before you guys got dropped into this world. So this is pretty familiar.
Oh, his goose is cooked.
So as a druid, he can shapeshift into different creatures. And so one of them is an Allosaurus that he had access to, which I'm kind of surprised you were able to do at your level, but that's pretty cool. Whatever the case, the Allosaurus starts to lift its head and it lets out a huge roar. And again, the crowd starts to go nuts. They're so excited for this fight. But before it can happen, I need you to roll initiative.
Nat 20.
Oh, Nat 20. Was there anything that you were doing while he was announcing the Allosaurus to prepare for this fight? Just to clarify, before we jump into the initiative order, was there anything that you were going to do before they started pulling the gate open?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm not thinking of.
Okay, sounds good. All right, well, you got a 20, so you were going to be going first for this battle.
All right, so I can do my turn if I do the blur.
Okay.
That's my whole action, correct?
It says one action, yep. You still have your movement action, your bonus action if you want to do anything with it.
Am I able to attack him?
Not with the bonus action.
Okay. How far away am I?
Let's say 60 feet.
I'm good. I'll just do blur.
Okay. As you do blur, the image of yourself, and everybody else in the audience can see this as well, starts to kind of get fuzzy, and it starts to kind of expand and retract in the immediate area around you, almost creating what sort of looks like multiple versions of yourself, but they all kind of seem to like swirl around your original self. They're not like illusory clones like in mirror image, but it's more just blurring where you specifically are at. So it's really hard to keep track of where you particularly are. With that being said, the Allosaurus goes next. It starts to just race towards you.
Did we get a turn order?
Yes, actually, it's probably good that you guys have a turn order. That's a good point.
23.
Okay. Well, you'll be going before the Allosaurus makes its attack for sure.
Oh, I will be going after the
Dave, what'd you get?
19.
19. Nice. All right. All right. And then Fatty Lumpkins is going after the Allosaurus.
Does blur raise up my
No.
armor class?
No.
What's it do?
It makes it gives a disadvantage on anyone to attack you. Dave? All right, Cameron. What is Rorick doing with his action? As the Allosaurus is starting to race towards his friend in the ring.
Oh, I'm not doing much. I'm just yelling.
Lil Sauce, you got this!
I'm just giving him bardic inspiration.
All right, nice. 1d6, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Level 1.
Oh, that's fair. Okay. So, Quinn, you have Bardic Inspiration. You have a 1d4. You can roll a d4 on any skill check, on an attack. Can you roll it on damage as well?
No. Not on damage. Any action roll, basically.
Action. So, all right. So you have that in your back pocket. If at any point you want to use it, you can choose to do so. Dave, what would you like to do?
Yeah, and I'll have one sausage roll, please.
And there's a guy standing there. He's got like a pinstripe outfit on. He's like, "All right, here's your sausage roll." And he gives you a package. It's basically a hot dog, but a medieval style, where it's more of like a sausage as opposed to whatever hot dogs are made of.
Would you like mustard with that? Perhaps some catsup?
Oh, wow, some catsup.
All right, here you go. Just tell me when.
Yeah. That's good. Whoa, hey.
I think you didn't say stop. Anyway, enjoy your sausage roll. And he starts to walk away. He's like, sausage rolls, ham sandwich.
Wait, what does this potion of resistance do?
What? You want a potion of it? Look, I just sell the food, man. Oh, well, no, I can help you with that. That's fine. Give me just a moment here. Oh, yeah, so the potion of resistance. Yeah, so basically you can have it sent to your competitor, whoever you choose. If it's the monster, it'll probably be cast on him through magic as opposed to an actual potion, but it's the same thing. Anyways, it grants some resistance to a particular damage type. That could be acid, cold, fire, force, so on and so forth.
Is it only? It says one type of damage, and then it has a whole bunch of them, but it doesn't list the usual ones. But at the same time, like, I don't see why not. Yeah, I'm going to say that it also works for physical damage types, but it's still a singular one. So it'll either be piercing or slashing or bludgeoning, just because I like that better.
Those teeth look pretty nasty. How about a potion of...
He says, hey, what are you trying to say about my teeth?
No,
There's nothing wrong with my teeth.
that big lizard down there.
Oh, yeah, that thing's just nasty.
One potion of piercing resistance.
Piercing resistance, you got it.
He takes your money and he goes on. His thing that holds the little tray that he carries around that holds his food, like, opens up, and there's a little button inside, and he pushes it. He pushes a couple of different buttons, but whatever the case, he pushes these buttons, and then you look out onto the field. Oh, and he says, "Oh, and who are you purchasing that for?"
The bird.
Oh, of course. The evolved bird? Oh, no, I'm totally...
He hits a button, and all of a sudden a pedestal opens up right in front of you, Lil Sauce, and there's a potion sitting on it.
Okay. I grab it.
Okay, you drink it?
I'm like, well, I might as well.
All right, you drink it, and all of a sudden you start to feel kind of a strength rise inside of you, as if you could handle damage better.
All right.
I don't want to say you feel a resistance to piercing damage, because that's a little ridiculous, but That's basically the gist of it. All right.
Does that mean?
So with that, the Allosaurus comes rushing towards you. Okay, so he is going to attempt a claw attack. He has disadvantage. And it's going to fail. That is an 8. 8 to attempt to hit, which I know does not match your AC. He lunges for you. You sidestep out of the way. He slams into the ground. You feel the sand around you start to... It splashes up. It gets all up in your face, causes a very short-lived, momentary cloud of dust as the Allosaurus lands on the ground just shy of you and turns its head towards you and bares its big, nasty teeth. Fatty Lumpkins, is there anything that you would like to do on your turn?
No, Fatty will, in this turn, just biting his finger nails.
His claws. Yeah, you're sitting there nervously biting your claws as you watch this giant beast that could easily eat your friend in one bite slam down right next to him and turn to look his way. With that being said, the announcer screams out,
Oh, and it looks like the beast is not able to land a first hit. Let's see what Lil Sauce does in return.
Can I do, can I add mage armor?
Yeah.
Can I stack that?
Yes, because mage armor does not require concentration.
But I'm assuming that blur does require concentration.
Yeah. But I don't think you have any other spells that require concentration, so I don't think you have...
So Thunder Wave, what would the benefits be to that?
So
will I lose blur then?
No. Thunder Wave would require he make the dinosaur. I'm assuming it's a he. I guess it is my job to make that kind of stuff up. Anyway, it will make a Constitution saving throw, and if it fails, it takes damage and it gets pushed 10 feet away from you. If it succeeds, it takes half as much damage, so it still does a little bit of damage, but it's also not pushed away. You can upcast that one.
How much more damage does it do?
An extra D8 for every level up you go. So if it's
I get 2d8.
You currently get 2d8, and then if you went up a level, then you would 3d8.
All right, I'm going to do Thunder Wave then. I'm going to cast Thunder Wave.
Okay, sounds good.
That would be... So I've used my blur, so I get 3 of them. So this is my second level 3, or level 2, correct?
Right, yep.
Okay.
He's going to roll. He is doing a Constitution save, and he rolls a 13.
Mine's 13.
13? Here's what I'll tell you. Given that it meets it, I will give you full damage, but he's not pushed away.
Okay.
All right, so roll 3d8.
12.
All right, you slam down your quarterstaff. Hitting the ground around you, and it causes a rippling effect of sand as this wave of force slams outwards from you, slamming into the Allosaurus, spraying sand all up into it at a high speed, causing a bit of damage. The Allosaurus buckles back a little bit and then turns towards you and roars angrily. Is there anything else you would like to do? Movement, bonus action, any of that kind of stuff?
I'd like to move back 10 feet if I could.
Okay, yeah, you rush backwards another 10 feet. The announcer from up on his floating disc shouts out,
Oh, and Lil Sauce puts a slam down on the Allosaurus, causing him to take some damage. But it's not enough to take him out. Will the Allosaurus make a return?
With that, we jump over to Cameron.
Hey, is there anyone near me? Sure, that is standing up and just going absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
Cool. Can I pick his pocket?
Oh, sure.
With my invisible mage hand?
Yeah. Roll the, what would be a sleight of hand?
Yep.
All right.
19.
19. Heck yeah, you get some stuff out of this dude's pocket. You get a Coliseum keychain.
Oh, sick.
You get 3 gold pieces.
Oh, sick.
And you get a small bottle of unknown liquid, like a flask.
Oh, sick. I drink it.
It's alcohol. Roll, but it's strong. Roll a Constitution saving throw.
Also, I'm not in my typical dwarf body.
Yeah, that's right.
Still getting used to a large amount of...
Is Goblin going to be able to handle it?
16.
Okay, yeah, you feel like you can feel it hit you, and you can feel a little bit of a buzz, but you're not...
Oh, yeah!
and I start waving my Coliseum keychain in the air.
Doing exactly what he's doing. You guys both got to the same place, probably with the same substance. Dave, what would you like to do?
I say,
That's right. Sauce, send that lizard back to the Stone Age.
Do I hear him?
Yeah.
Just looking, I'm like,
They're in the front row, so yeah, I think they're pretty
It
big.
saves their seat.
Like, how far are we from this ensuing battle?
I mean,
How big is the arena?
I was gonna say, if you were to go all the way across, you'd probably be going like 80 to 100 feet.
So is that diameter?
That's the
So what's the radius from us to him? Would that
So then it would be about 40 to 50 feet.
oh,
Oh, well, radius from him to you guys?
well, we're in the front row, and he
40 to 50 feet radius.
yeah. So you could probably hear us. It's your turn.
Oh, it's still Dave's turn.
Oh,
Unless you just were yelling.
that's a good turn.
That's a good turn. Just, yeah, good encouragement. All right.
And as far as this ring goes, is it pretty well like every portion of the arena is well lit and clearly visible? Are there like shadows or roof? Yes.
Not that you can see.
Fair enough.
But everything is very well lit, especially right now because of the fact that you guys got, or because of the terrain that was chosen for this.
Oh yeah.
So there's sort of like a fake sun, sort of like a very bright, radiant light that's above the arena right now. But it is giving off heat. It's almost like a tiny little sun up at the top.
Okay.
And it's illuminating everything pretty heftily.
Okay.
But whatever the case, the Allosaurus is next. I keep wanting to call it an Allosaur.
Call him Al. Big Al.
Big Al, the Allosaurus. Oh, man, but if you give it a name, then it gets really depressing if it...
Not really.
I don't know. That's how I feel.
He was going to.
Well, it's the Allosaurus.
Little Sauce has a nickname too.
After the Allosaurus.
So Little Sauce has a nickname too. So now they both.
Yeah, but he also literally killed people.
So Big Al.
People. Yeah, but...
So they both deserve to die.
Big Al killed people that were either thrown in here or chose to be here.
I like Big Al. I'm gonna start rooting for him.
I kind of like Big Al too. Because you called him Big Al. Whatever the case, Big Al. There are some people that rushed back over to the merch shop when they saw that it was the Allosaurus, and now they all have like hats that say, like, there's a dude at the merchant or the merch booth, and he had this like lever, right? And the second that he saw what enemy was coming out, he pulled the lever for it, and now everything in the merch shop changed to whatever that thing was. So there's a bunch of people living out around with Big Al stuff. They got hats that have like teeth that come off from the front of it. It's pretty great. Anyways, the Allosaurus turns towards Little Sauce and lunges forward with its kind of like long upper body to try to take a snap at Little Sauce. It's still rolling with disadvantage.
Just think, if you kill it, you'll be a legend.
It's a 16.
Yeah.
Does a 16 hit you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that was with disadvantage?
Yep, it rolled 2 10s.
Hot dog. Did you get bit?
So you take 4 piercing damage as this thing chomps down, and a couple of its...
Are you having it for?
Yeah, that was halved, yep. And a couple of its teeth managed to slice a little bit of your arm. It pulls off some feathers. So the piercing damage is reverse piercing damage from feathers being pulled out. Yeah, plucking.
Bad news. You have to roll a Constitution saving throw to see if you can keep your concentration. Yes, so you got to beat a 10.
Yep.
Constitution saving throw. Mind you can use Bardic Inspiration.
That is true.
So if you don't get a 10, you think, what's your con?
7.
Want to have a con save?
Where's that?
Oh, you're 1 short?
Oh, hey, it's guaranteed.
Oh, guaranteed. Use the Bardic.
No, but I can't use it after that.
Yeah, but it guarantees you keep your blur for up until you get attacked again, so.
Good.
Worth it.
All right. So your blur remains intact, although you're a little shaken at first, not expecting to have gotten hit. But whatever the case, you're still standing. And we jump over to Fatty Lumpkins.
Fatty has just seen this goring of Little Sauce to me.
Plucking.
It wasn't too much blood. Yes.
Keto turns to his comrades and says, I've seen enough, and he leaves and goes to the main concourse.
You're just leaving the guy can't watch this thing. I can't watch this. All right, you start. Nobody's gonna stop you from leaving.
But while there, he is then going to turn his attention to the crowd of those shuffling around to the gift shops and those. He's going to see if he can find someone with a big dark cloak.
Oh, interesting.
Okay, I'm thinking Jedi cloak. I was a little like that. Okay. Just a very concealing cloak. Does he see anyone?
Oh man, you presented me with an opportunity here.
Old Ben? Is that you?
I haven't heard that name.
Of course, it's me. Wait.
Of course I know him.
Of course I know him. It's me. Here's my problem. I have a lot of good, interesting characters that could be wearing a big dark cloak. The question is, who do I want to introduce?
I was just looking for a run-of-the-mill citizen. No special.
Well, how would you know?
Sure. You see someone wearing a cloak and you grab them, and it turns out it's the most important NPC in the story.
You see a person wearing a big dark cloak. There you go. Yeah.
Okay. Does he look approachable?
They are standing.
It is a group of people.
Well, you don't know. It's a big. Whoever it is wearing a big dark cloak, and they are leaned up against just kind of a wall, kind of nearby the concession stand,
Just based on...
just chilling.
I'm going to hate myself for using this word. Just based on the vibes way out there.
Fact check, vibe check.
Yes, I know.
What do we roll for vibe?
They seem like they are somewhat threatening.
This sounds like an insight check. I think that's why a vibe check is an insight check.
True. Inside check.
I feel like Fatty just really wanted to roll a dice. Like, I don't care what I do, just as long as it makes me roll a dice.
Oh, man. I have great insight, apparently. 24.
24? The person seems really chill. Actually, no. The person seems a little bit skittish. You see maybe like a hand or something that's peeking out from the cloak, and it's kind of like jittering a little bit, like almost like a nervous habit. It seems to be doing kind of like almost like a... What do the kids call this when they do this?
The tobacco. No idea. You're the only one that does it.
Well, Connor does it too. He started it.
It doesn't make it better.
It's kind of like this weird, like a snap usually requires you
Like a wrist snap.
Yeah, it's like a wrist snap kind of action. It's small. It's not like a really like intense one like the kids do when like they succeed at something and they're like, yo, dude. It's just like a little subtle one that kind of gives off the idea that the person kind of has, maybe their nerves are a little bit on edge and they're not watching the fight, which means their nerves are not on edge because of whatever's happening there.
So based on that, and it's just one person, there's not like an entourage?
No, this person seems real solo. Like the other people that are around are explicitly there for concessions.
Okay. Keto is going to go up to this guy and introduce himself.
Okay, give me some of that.
Sir, I couldn't help but notice that you have a dark cloak, and I'm looking to remain relatively nondescript. I would like to blend in with the crowd, and that looks to be a very good tool to doing so. Would you be willing to part with that?
The person kind of like turns their head towards you, and you see not a man, but a young woman with red hair. And she says, What do you want? You want my cloak?
I'm sorry, it's a very odd question, but I just don't feel like sticking out in this crowd.
She pauses for a moment, and she kind of stares at you for a second, a little bit. It goes from being confused to almost you can literally see the spark kind of ignite as an idea kind of comes to her mind, and she says, by chance, would you have any clothing you'd be willing to trade?
Undergarments. Trade your undergarments.
Doesn't mean she's offering an underwear. You're like, here, I'll give you my underwear for your cloak.
Yes!
Yes,
a deal.
Panty trade.
I'm not offering...
Is there a specific article of clothing you're looking for?
As long as it fits me. She's a human woman. She's maybe just a little bit taller than you are.
Okay.
Which is kind of saying something. She's fairly short for a human woman because of the fact that she's not that much taller than you are. Because you're a kobold, which is pretty short.
I apparently have common clothes. Do I have an extra tunic?
Oh.
Or do I have a layer of tunic that I'm willing to part with one layer for the cloak?
I'd say that your common clothes would come with some sort of a cloak of some kind.
Or like a vest. The vest over the tunic.
Sure.
I'm willing to part with the vest.
Okay. As she agrees, she's like, yeah, that'll work. As she agrees, she takes off the cloak. She hands it to you, and as she does, her hair moves, and you notice like a subtle point to her ears. Not a full point like you see in a full elf, but you assume maybe she's a half elf based on how little the point kind of comes up. It's more than a normal human sometimes has, just from ear variation, but it's definitely not as much as a full elf. Just a detail that you notice as she, because you rolled really high on insight, which technically isn't perception, but I digress. She hands you the cloak, and then you hand her this vest, and she puts that on. She has like a backpack, and she reaches in it, she pulls out just a pointed hat, and she puts that over her head.
Keto, being content with this transaction, is very content to just turn around and walk away.
Yeah.
You will not leave without saying thank you. And then that's more.
Do you turn and then turn back to say thank you?
Yes.
She's gone.
Okay.
She disappeared amidst the crowd, or at least you assume. But you have a dark cloak now.
Yes, and he then dons said dark cloak and tightens it up and dons the hood, and he then walks back to his spot.
Okay, sounds good. All right, so you guys are all back together. We jump back over to the top of the order, which is Lil Sauce.
Yeah, let's go. Let's do... How far away am I?
From it, probably 10 feet is what you move. So yeah, about
Let's
10
do Thunderwave at level 2 one last time.
Okay, sounds good. So it is going to make a Constitution saving throw. Ooh, that's way high. That's like a 18. So you still do half damage. So you're rolling 3d8 and then whatever half of that is.
7 damage.
7 damage. All right, as you let forth another blast, this one doesn't shoot up as much sand as the previous one does, but you definitely see a little bit of impact hit the dinosaur in such a way that causes it to kind of tilt a little bit or slide in the sand. And again, the announcer shouts out,
Ooh, another hit on the dinosaur, but it's still standing and it looks angry.
With that, we jump over to Cameron with Rorick.
And he side eyes the person down the
Other
row.
person that's
Another person down the row who's freaking out.
the one he robbed.
No, a different one.
Oh, a
To
different.
the other side of him.
Okay.
And he looks back, side eyes while going, and casts Mage Hand again to pickpocket them. There's going to be a theme with Frog.
Yes, I see that. How much can he get out of this event?
Ooh, 11.
11. Ooh, let me write.
He's distracted, right?
I would say, it succeeds. So I like to think that you kind of like send your mage hand over to just grab whatever. So you can't quite see because of the number of people that are in the crowd.
Yeah.
So you're just kind of rifling through his things, hoping he doesn't really notice. And then you just kind of pull the mage hand back. And with it, you find the 2 gold pieces and a really, really sweaty shirt. Because the guy is not wearing a shirt right now. In fact, he's done the classic thing where he's painted himself half. But you can see that he did a rush job he did a red and then his normal half, right? So on the red side, he's drawn on with like a thin brush, like little scales to suggest that he's cheering for Big Al.
Oh, nice.
But he did those like after the monster was released, obviously, because he didn't know what was coming.
I turn to the crowd, go, and I just throw the shirt back as far as I can.
Do it just like a dex, like a ranged weapon attack, basically. It's like a thrown, or maybe strength, athletics. Do an athletics.
Oh,
5. Okay, it just slams right into the face of the guy right behind you.
and I turn around and I just come back there.
He looks down at you. It's like this big. He's kind of got a huge beer gut, and it's just a dwarf. And he goes, "You think that's funny, do you?"
I'm ignoring him.
You feel a tap on your shoulder, and he said, "Excuse me, I'm talking to you."
Oh, hello.
You threw a sweaty shirt at me.
Whoops. My bad. I'm sorry.
Do a charisma check.
Okay.
Or you can do persuasion if you want. I don't know, whatever it is. 10. Does he go for it?
Well, I'm sorry.
He says,
I really mean it.
"That's not gonna be enough. You smeared me makeup."
Oh, I'm sorry. Here, I hold out a gold piece to him.
And he says, "All right, that'll do." And he takes the gold piece, he puts it in his pocket. He takes a sip of his beer, and he kind of just He just rubs his hand against his face, and it just smears the makeup even more. And he goes, "All right, Big Al, you got this."
You can also keep the shirts. Big Al shirt.
And he picks it up and he looks at it, and
It is.
it's for a band.
Oh,
He says, "This ain't no Big Al shit."
it's free.
All right. Okay.
I know dwarves like free stuff.
Oh, what are you trying to say?
Oh, don't worry. I'm best friends with a dwarf. Actually, I was a dwarf in a former life.
This is what every accidental racist person says when they say something. No, I swear, my best friends.
Well, he is. Actually, he was more annoyed. Well, I was a dwarf in my former life.
Hey, look, mate. I don't know you, and I don't know what your problem is, but you better leave me alone.
And in Dwarvish, I'm gonna say, I'm sorry, friend. I mean no harm.
Oh, and he's kind of surprised for a moment. He says back in Dwarvish, "That's pretty impressive for a goblin."
Like I said,
In Dwarf.
Yep.
I'm a dwarf from a former life.
I don't know about that, but you seem all right.
And he holds out his hand for a hand.
Yeah, I give him the Dwarvish handshake.
He says, a man of quality.
And then I give him a headbutt. Which is another part of the Dwarvish handshake.
And he says, "Hey, well, who are you cheering for today? You cheering for Big Al, or you?"
Normally cheer for the dinosaur, but Lil Sauce is a personal friend of mine, and he didn't do it, so he's fighting for his freedom.
Oh, really?
So you should cheer for my friend.
Well, my Big Al makeup is all smeared now, so I guess I might as well.
That's right. Lil Sauce!
You mind if I join you?
Yeah, Lil Sauce!
And he steps down and he sits he takes the seat next to him. He's like, "Hey, Little Sauce, yeah.
By the way, my name's Rorick.
Oh, nice to meet you. My name's Gavin."
You were Little Sauce!
Oh, Little Sauce, hey.
And you
Writing down new best friend Gavin.
awesome. Wow, that was unexpected.
Take over.
I'm more than fine with that.
I can't do that accent.
Dave, you just watch as Rorick just makes a new best friend that comes and joins you guys.
He squeezes between me and Maki.
Don't mind if I do. Excuse me.
Oh, hey. And I yelled a Little Sauce. "Come on, Little Sauce. He can smell your fear. You gotta do better than that." It's a little crowded here. I need some space to work. I go to the bathroom.
What kind of work are you gonna?
All my friends are abandoning me. Good thing I got Gavin here.
I'm not going nowhere, buddy.
My new best friend.
Say that, Rourke. I'll be back in a little bit.
Sounds like your friend's got to use the facilities.
And I think he's going to get a drink. He's one of your classic drunkards.
He flicks you the gold piece that Rorick gave him. He said, "Bring us back one as well."
We're just passing along that poor guy's gold. I know.
Will do. Yeah, I go to the bathroom.
Okay.
Literally?
I go to the bathroom stall, assuming they have such a thing.
Yeah.
In 6 seconds.
There's a coin slot for the bathroom. No, it's not really kidding.
You'll find out next.
Dead sprinting for the.
Gotta go.
Not gonna make it.
No, I don't. I just start heading to the bathroom.
All right. Yeah. All right. So you head to the bathroom. I'm going to say that takes a little bit of time, obviously, navigating the crowds and so forth. So we will jump back over to the Allosaurus, which once again turns towards Lil Sauce and it lunges forward to attempt another bite attack. And it is still at disadvantage. Wow. It has rolled doubles like the last 3 rolls. 14 hit.
I'm right at 14.
If it meets, it beats.
If it meets, it beats. 20 damage.
I'm dead.
No, you still have resistance.
Oh, yeah, you're right. So 10 damage.
And now you have to roll again per blur.
Yes.
How's this dino looking?
He's
16.
okay, so you're fine on blur. But you did take a hefty amount of damage.
Yeah, I'm gonna need some help here.
Hey, he still has blur. Okay.
Yeah, he still has blur open.
Always.
With that being said, as it finishes doing this bite attack, which this time actually really lands on your arm, laying in deep gashes this time, not just plucking feathers, it starts to back away about 50 feet from you. And it just runs back, which actually would open up an attack of opportunity if you have a melee weapon. General,
What are you?
you have the quarterstaff, so yeah, you could take a swing at it.
Whack him with the quarter.
I can whack him.
Yeah, try.
What?
The question is, and I'm guessing the answer is yes. Are you holding the quarterstaff with 2 hands?
If I pull it out, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's 1d8.
1d8
if you hit.
plus 1b. It says.
Right,
What's
yep.
B?
B is bludgeoning. It's type of damage
9. I'm not gonna hit. I'm gonna use one of my luck points. I got 3 of them.
to try to hit.
Reroll.
Oh.
3 luck points. Whenever I make an attack roll, spend 1 luck point to roll an additional d20.
Okay.
13 plus what?
Bad hits.
Yeah. Okay.
So you roll 1d8.
2.
Okay, so as the dino
Never mind. No, that's the right dice.
as the dino starts to run away from you, you whip out your quarterstaff and smack it in the butt, kind of just like right on the edge of the tail. You get a nice whack. As it starts to run away, it looks back at you and snarls, but it continues on its way. Now we'll jump over to Fatty Lumpkins, who is now equipped in his fancy new cloak.
Yes, and he is just taking the seat next to this new stranger. Going, and he kind of gives him a
Well, just 6 seconds.
Who?
I'm saying Fatty, his character went out, met a chick, talked to her, got her, did a transaction trade, made all the way back to her seat.
Here's my question. What are you? I mean, I guess what is he doing with this whole interaction?
Well, I'm saying if this cloak is leading up to combat stuff,
Right.
there should be a pause. Is it leading up to combat stuff?
yes.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm just saying to be fair.
Right. No, I get what you're saying. Okay, so let's say that it took a little bit longer for this whole situation. I mean, it's not going to last that long. Either one or the other is going to die in the not too far off future.
I know.
I don't know.
Do it.
No, I mean, I don't disagree. It would have taken a while to have the full conversation and stuff as this was going on. Well, let's just roll with it. I'm curious to see where this goes. All right, so you return. You're back in your seat, sitting next to this strange new individual who's sitting next to Rorick. Or I guess neither of them are sitting. They're both standing, but I digress.
I'm going crazy.
Yeah.
And he'll gonna lean back because he's trying to ignore this strange individual next to him.
Mm-hmm.
And so he's going to talk past him to the only other comrade he can see, that is Rorick.
Yep.
And says, "What I miss? Sauce looks very bloody." It's Dex. Yeah.
Oh, that's true. Dex is also
Only going. He's using his hands up in the air, not saying anything.
Yes, yeah.
Just make him like I imagine him making like the loudspeaker music.
Oh yeah.
Da, 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 da.
So he just has his mouth open wide, and it's just like emanating straight out of it, just like these unnatural sounds.
So yeah, Keto's basically just kind of dumbfounded with how quickly things have escalated since he left. When he left, Lil Sauce looked like he was maybe holding his own, or at least...
Yeah.
And now he comes back and there's the pile of blood around him, and the Allosaurus has now retreated.
A little bit, yeah.
Okay. So yeah, he's then going to just take pause and continue to spectate.
Okay, sounds good.
Well, resuming chewing on his claws.
Sure, yeah. Now he's back to being nervous again. With that, we jump back over to Lil Sauce. Lil Sauce, as you're standing there watching as the dinosaur starts to retreat from you, all of a sudden another pedestal raises in front of you, and on it is another potion.
Yeah, I'm gonna drink that.
Yep. All right. As you do, you receive, as you drink it, all of a sudden the wounds start to heal on your arm. Feathers regrow out of the spot that had plucked. You receive 20 HP in return as you drink this potion of...
Can I go above my max?
No. But you can at least max out. Suddenly feel good. Yeah, absolutely. You're back on top. You hear the announcer from above, and he says,
Oh, looks like somebody got a nice little present for Lil Sauce.
and you glance over and you notice the chief is waving at you, and he gives you a big thumbs up, and then he kind of just motions. He points at you, he points at him, and he points at heading out, and he takes off from the Coliseum.
Fair enough. All right. I feel like you really, really, really want me to go see him. So
No, he really,
I'm sorry. He really wants to see him.
Okay, so with that health invigoration, what are you doing, Lil Sauce? The dinosaur is currently about 40 feet away from you at this moment.
All right, it's my attack.
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna do. So I'm out of the level 2s. I'm gonna use Mage armor.
Okay. And that's your action, right?
Yeah, and I'm gonna try and get as far away as I can.
Oh, nice. Okay. So you cast this Mage armor spell on yourself, and you start to glow ever so slightly as you feel the fibers.
Am I still blurring as well?
Yes.
Okay.
You feel the fibers within your clothing start to firm up into a more defensive cloak. Your armor class is increased. I don't know if you know.
17.
17. Awesome. All right. So your AC is now 17 as you feel yourself strengthened by the power of your magic. And then you said you're moving away from the dinosaur?
Yeah.
How far?
Well, I can go 30 feet.
Yep.
Yeah, 30 feet.
Full 30 feet? Okay, cool. Whatever the case, we jump over to Rorick.
Yes, I go. "Ah! Yeah! You're a stupid dinosaur!" And I'm casting a spell on him.
Okay.
I'm casting the spell Bane,
Okay.
which technically I'm supposed to have 3 targets, but I don't want to pick more than 3, so I'm doing the minimum 1.
Sure.
I'm picking the dinosaur, and all it does is for all of his future rolls, he adds a D4. He rolls a D4 along with his roll, and he minuses that.
All right.
He has to make a charisma saving throw right now.
All right. Whoop. All right. You cast this spell, and all of a sudden in front of you, as like around the stadium, you just see, and like a shockwave kind of goes out as you realize there's an anti-magic field blocking spells from the audience.
Really?
Yes.
Interesting. That's interesting. Can I touch it?
No.
Can I reach my hand?
Like you reach out and you go through it.
Okay. What if I electrocute my hands as I do it?
Okay. Yeah, as you
Because I am Fizzlefingers.
Yeah, no, I get you. As you reach towards it with your electrified hands, all of a sudden it reactivates and you can't get your hands through it.
Like as my hand just like electrocuting as I'm holding it up to it.
Yeah.
Oh. That's my turn.
Okay. Dave.
I look back and see how the fight's going. I'm like, there you go. That's more like it.
As he's looking while he's pissing, he's looking at that.
The bathroom. Stop. I make it to the bathroom. I go in. Wow, there's no line because the fight's going.
That's right. That's right.
This is the worst time to go.
When is the best time to go?
I go into the stall. And is there anybody else in here?
No, not a person.
Okay. And I pull out my ticket, stub or whatever from my bet.
Yeah.
And I take out my forgery equipment. And so I spend a moment, or, a few minutes carefully studying the ticket and the ink and looking at the number 1. And then, I test a little spot in the corner to see if I can, get the ink just right to match the ink on the thing. And once I get that right, I tear that part off.
Sure.
That little piece off and toss it aside. And then I write as carefully as I can, and I copy it, the number 1, changing it from 1,000 to 11,000.
Whoa. All right.
Wow.
Okay. Roll
Pretty snifty.
Yeah, roll do you roll like a slide?
I don't know. It says I have advantage on checks made to produce forgeries.
Or maybe it'd be deception. So yeah, you get advantage on the deception check. It would make sense that's a deception since it's being forged.
It's going to be a 25.
Holy cow. All right, that's going to be hard to beat. All right, sounds good. Yeah, there you go. You rate an additional 1 on the bet. And with that, you've allegedly got a ticket of an 11,000 gold bet. That is a hefty one. I was kind of curious what you were going to go with. I was like, you got to keep it somehow realistic, but just duplicating the 1 is not the hardest thing in the world that's not bad.
Now duplicate it.
Well, you're kind of at the edge of the ticket at this point. So if you added another 1, it would only be partially on there and nobody would know. But whatever the case, okay, yeah.
A bunch of zeros sideways.
We jump back over to the Allosaurus' turn. The Allosaurus reaches the end of its 40-foot run. It spins around and sees that you're like running away from it. And it's kind of like you can almost see its eyes open a little bit in astonishment that you chose to do this. It thought it would just kind of like rush you again. So it just starts running after you. And it bridges that gap. You look back and you're absolutely terrified as this thing crosses, and at the length of its turn, which is 6 seconds, it crosses 60 feet, which is not enough to bridge the entire gap. But it does get surprisingly close to you. It's about
Passes all towards our side of the arena.
Actually, I think this would be away from your guys' side of the arena at this point.
ran away from us?
Closer to us?
You,
The Allosaurus.
you bum! Now you can't hear my heckles.
So it is now, I think, 10 feet away from you. It is 10 feet away from you. Okay. But whatever the case, it wasn't able to do an attack this turn because it wasn't able to get within range, is what it is. All right, jumping over to Fatty Lumpkins.
Fatty looks on in awe at the combat going on way out in the distance, and he continues to bite his claws.
Okay, sounds good.
Very limited by the range.
Yeah, no, that's totally fair. With that being said, there's some people like you see some fancy booths up at the top of the stadium. What do they call those?
Box
Seats. Thank you. And you see there's some very like fancy hoity-toity looking dressed people, and they pull out as the fight kind of gets to the other end of the stadium, they pull out those little like opera glasses, binocular type things, and they're like, oh yes. And as like actually we'll get to
The coward's choice. The coward's choice to run away.
and we'll get to a little bit more about what they're up to here in a moment. But whatever the case, we jump back over to Lil Sauce. Lil Sauce, the dinosaur has bridged a lot of the gap. It is now 10 feet away from you. What are you doing?
I'm gonna use magic missile. 4 for your forward.
Yeah, 3.
7 damage.
7 damage. You spin around as you run away, the dinosaur having bridged the gap significantly, and you reach out with your hand, shooting 3 bolts of magic missile, force slamming into the dinosaur. The announcer from above goes,
Oh, and Lil Sauce slams him with a magic missile.
you hear the crowd cheering. You guys look up at the hoity-toity people in the box seats, and you just see one of them set down his opera glasses and go,
They're nice. They're nice. Very nice. Very impressive.
and then he quickly picks up his little binoculars again. Fantastic. Are you doing anything else with your action?
I would like to taunt. No, Big Al.
Sure.
And I would like to call him a big old.
Yeah, roll a performance. Roll a performance check.
18 plus 1, 19.
Yeah, he looks furious. He didn't like that at all. And you hear some of the people around you go, oh, like in that half of the stands. I don't think you guys quite hear it.
No.
Even the bleep, you don't hear. But over on that side of the it's just a bleep. Everyone hears it. Well, it's a bleep. The Coliseums is a family-friendly, but
You're also a Kenku, so you literally could have just done a bleep sound.
It's just a bleep sound.
And so, yeah, the people on that side of the stadium where you're at, like, and you're not far either from basically almost right next to the wall of this Coliseum. Oh, and you just see everyone's like, whoa, yo. And you see some people like quickly start smearing off their red face paint stuff, and they're like, oh, Lil Sauce. Yeah, Big Al's a dang, we just really ruined his reputation. With that, we jump over to Rorick.
First, I want to use a bonus action to pull out an arrow.
Okay.
And I'm going to hold it up and try to put it through the shield.
It's not what Katniss did in Hunger Games.
Yeah, no.
Well, I'm not Katniss.
I mean, I guess all things considered, there's no reason it wouldn't go through based on what I've previously established.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to cast message.
Okay.
To Lil Sauce.
Okay.
I'm going to say, get your butt over to our side of the arena.
And Lil Sauce.
Oh, it worked? Sick. Cool.
Well, yeah, that's true. Yeah, because magic wouldn't go through. Yeah, no, that doesn't work.
I was wondering.
Yeah, that's a good point. I forget.
Be marsh.
Even though it's technically, a different kind of magic, it's still magic. So, yeah, you don't hear.
Oh, well. Yeah. It was a try.
I mean, you don't know that he doesn't hear anything.
I assumed he wouldn't. Oh, I tried. And
yeah, you tried. All right. With that, we jump over to Dave.
I'm drying off flipping this stub in the air to dry it off, air dry it.
Yeah.
And then I'm walking out of the bathroom.
With this new, very valuable ticket.
Say, now that my paperwork is done, I get out of here.
Job is not done until the paperwork is finished.
All right, with that,
By get out of here, he means he walks over to the bet area and stands in line waiting to immediately cash.
nobody's over it. Yeah, you'd be the first in line at the moment. With that being said, we jump over to the Allosaurus, who is, his momentum was thrown off with the 3 blasts, so he can't do a pounce attack, but he is going to lunge forward and try to bite at Lil Sauce. Holy cow. Well, that's a 17 plus 6, so even with mage armor, that's still going to hit. Oh, that's not bad. 7 damage. 7 well, wait, no, half that, so 3 piercing damage. And then you do have to make the saving throw for blur.
15.
You're safe, man. You really upkept your concentration. Good for you. Jumping over to Fatty Lumpkins.
Fatty's gonna turn to Rorick.
And let's just say, we need to get closer to the action. I can't see anything.
Why?
I can't do anything.
Yeah, I can't either. There's a spell shield.
And Rorick does his little shocky thing and shows.
So you've removed your bow and arrow from... You're not holding your bow and arrow over...
No, I never was. I just tried the singular arrow.
Oh, and just
I
poked
was
it through. Okay, I just wanted to
see if arrow, like physical arrow.
Yeah.
Go through.
I get you. Okay.
And then I show you the electricity on my hand.
But just for kicks and giggles, Keto, feeling an immense desire to join the fight, stares longingly into the center of the arena and just... There's almost like a shimmer or a mirage, and he has managed to manifest an echo inside the arena. 15 feet in a spell.
That's true, and that's why I let the Bardic Inspiration get through, because technically that's not a spell feature, it's a class feature. The Echo is also a class feature.
That's correct. It's just a lot.
It's stronger, right? Like, because you can get it.
It's a mirror image.
Okay.
But it has physical properties.
Right. Okay. You do that, and...
Die.
No, something happens and then fails, but I can't say what. And then with that, we're going to jump back over. Are you like, is your echo moving towards the fight?
I just are kind of
standing in there? Standing there. Okay.
That's this weird mirage.
Out of nowhere, behind the Allosaurus, you see Keto just standing.
I was going to say, because there is a range, like John Travolta, 15 feet, but he runs 30 feet closer to the Allosaurus, so he's 45 feet away from me.
Okay. All right. Sounds good.
Does anybody else see him?
Yeah, people see him and they're starting to talk. Like I said, something happens and it fails. I can't say what that was, but that'll come into play here shortly. Whatever the case, we're jumping back over to Lil Sauce.
So, let's see here. I still got... Let's do Firebolt.
Okay.
17.
That
plus...
And then you roll a D10.
D10. 5.
5 damage.
Oh, Lil Sauce slams him with a firebolt.
And you see the dinosaur kind of actually hiss this time around in anger. We jump back over to Rorick. Did you guys want
to
cheer?
I'm done.
Okay, you're just cheering.
Oh, can I steal more from a person next to me?
Roll your side hand.
25.
Okay. You managed to get a small trinket out of somebody's pocket.
Poggers.
Oh, no.
Which is a little frog keychain.
Another one? He's got to get some keys.
Okay, you're going to attach all these keychains to
Little frog keychain. And now I'm swinging 2 keychains in the air.
which are a little bit bigger when you think of the fact that a goblin is small, you know. So whatever the case, we jump over to Dave, coming out of the bathroom.
So I'm gonna... How many people are in this state? Is it like thousands or...
I'd say several hundred, few hundred, maybe not, at the most 1,000, but not thousands.
I'm gonna go back to Rorick.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
and you've got now 4 people sitting at
Did
this.
that girl come sit with you?
No. Oh, no. She disappeared. Oh, bummed. You join us and now yeah, cramped.
Is that one lady? We've had rumors of a mysterious woman.
Is this you're talking to us?
No. I'm still walking back from that.
Whatever the case, you make it back and you join the seating with the rest of your friends. Wow! From there, we jump back over to the Allosaurus, who continues to snap his giant jaws towards Lil Sauce. Oh, critical fail. One of his strikes comes flying down. He misses. He loses his balance because he's only got 2 big feet and 2 feet and a big giant head. And he ends up stumbling and slipping in the sand, causing him to fall down and hit the ground. He is now prone. So there's that. We jump over to Fatty Lumpkins.
How far away is this guy?
They're still over on the other end of the thing. Oh, actually, that reminds me. Does a 15 hit your Echo Knight?
No.
No. Oh, man. So you see a small firebolt come flying towards your knight from practically inside the walls of the arena and just barely miss him.
The other thing is, these spells, are they targeting creatures or objects? Weird thing about the Echo is that it's an object, so some spells can't even target it.
I don't think Firebolt would have an issue with that, because Firebolt is just like you're blasting in a direction.
Okay.
We jump back over to Lil Sauce.
If he's prone, do I get advantage in?
You get advantage on melee attacks,
Disadvantage on range.
on ranged.
How far am I?
You're pretty much right next to it.
So I can just use Firebolt at normal?
Well, Firebolt would be ranged, technically. So
So I'll just do advantage then on my staff. I'm going to jump up and just stab him with my staff.
Okay.
I know it's a blunt object, but just...
Yeah, and then you're smacking him with it. Okay, so you have an advantage on this hit, so try to go ahead and...
No, that's not it. Oh, 19 plus 3.
Yeah, that's definitely going to hit.
Now I'm going to use 2 hands.
Yep.
I'm going to go...
So 1d8.
2.
Wham, you slam down on it. It doesn't seem super bothered by it. All those scales across its body, like you whack it on the nose and it doesn't like it, but it's not detrimental by any means. We jump back over to Rorick.
He cheers.
Okay. We jump over to Maki.
So I go, what's Rourke doing right now?
Cheery with his best friend. His new best friend.
Oh, I forgot the beers. I gotta get the beers.
All right, you run back and...
And Milan, Rourke tosses him a goal.
Oh, you guys are getting good beers. Okay, so you run off to go get beers. We jump over to the Allosaurus. The Allosaurus stands back up on its feet. It leans over and roars angrily at Lil Sauce before sort of lunging forth with one of its clawed legs. I'm guessing, 11 does not hit. So it misses once again, just kind of brushing its leg through the blur that is you at the moment. We jump over to Keto, who is cheering. As you cheer, another blast comes flying through. So that's a miss. It misses again. Also, is he just standing there?
Yeah.
Oh, so he's just actively, just kind of slightly dodging. We jump back over to Lil Sauce. So the beast is back up again.
Here, I do Firebolt.
Okay.
It's a miss. I'm going to use my second locked open.
Okay. To reroll.
Yeah. That would be 15.
That hits. It's a pretty big target, all things considered.
2 damage.
2 damage.
Oh, he's whittling him down, but is it going to be enough? Is he going to be able to stop it before it munches him up?
With that, we jump back over to Rorick.
Hi.
Yeah. Is everybody cheering / getting beers for everybody at this point? So we can just keep going back and forth between Lil Sauce and...
Yeah.
Okay.
Just say something if you want to do something.
Yeah, if anybody wants to do anything in between,
Can I just take a shot at the dinosaur
at this distance?
with an arrow?
Yeah, you can try if you want to.
Because I saw arrows could go through.
Right. Okay. What'd you roll?
18.
Cool. You roll with disadvantage because it's probably out of range for a short bow, I'm guessing. 18. Okay. You shoot an arrow forth, which flies out and sure enough manages to hit Big Al Roll the damage.
Is he adjacent to Quinn?
The big owl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now security's off to drink all 4 of these meats myself.
10 damage.
10 damage. All right. The arrow slams into Big Al. It hits him right in the neck. And Big Al kind of stumbles a little bit from this arrow that hit him just like in just the right spot. With that, you hear a whole bunch of the crowd gasp. And then they start to boo. And you see your friend turn and look at you, and he goes, "Now, won't you have to go and do that?" And with that, a number of guards start to flood from multiple different spots around and start rushing towards you.
Keto is going to distance himself from them.
And then we go to Maki cheering. We jump over to the Allosaurus, which is, it shakes off this impact from the arrow and then goes to bite towards Lil Sauce again. That's a 13 total, which misses once again on your blur, which puts us back to Keto, who is cheering.
Hooray.
And then jump back over to Lil Sauce. You see the dinosaur is severely weakened at this point.
Magic missile again.
Okay.
What'd you get?
8.
You pull back. You hurl forth 3 more bolts of force energy. First one slams into the dinosaur. It steps once back. The second one slams into it again. It takes another step back. And the third one comes as it's still finishing that second step, slams into it, knocking it off balance and pushing it backwards like in the air as its whole body comes and slams down on the ground behind you and lets out one last before it dies.
Hey.
But no one in the crowd is doing anything as a group of guards comes and grabs Rorick and hauls him on. And that is where we will have to end tonight's episode.
Thank you so much for listening to Criminals of Isla Numus, a Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition actual play podcast set in a homebrew world created by me, Skylar Gorset. If you've been enjoying our show so far, be sure to like, follow, and subscribe wherever it is that you're streaming from, whether that be Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, or anywhere else that podcasts can be streamed. Or just check us out on our website, sessionzeroheroes.com. Additionally, if you enjoy Coin, you might enjoy some of Session Zero Heroes' other shows, such as our Benders and Brews and Avatar Legends Actual Play, where we jump into the world of Avatar The Last Airbender and Legend of Korra using the Avatar Legends system created by Magpie Games. Or one of our various one-shots, which we are currently coming out with, where we use a variety of games and TTRPG systems to tell a variety of fun, exciting, emotional, and hilarious stories within our group. We have all sorts of other content that we highly recommend checking out within the SZH channel, and more to come in the future. To find out more about what we do at Session Zero Heroes, and to keep up with a lot of the other content we produce and be made aware of future projects, shows, and content, be sure to follow us on social media on Facebook, X, Instagram, and Discord. These are all great ways to get in contact with our team, as well as to keep up to date with everything that we're creating and working on. We'd love to see you there. In the meantime, thank you so much for listening, and don't forget to stay curious, stay heroic, until we roll again.